Hey weirdos, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your day or end to your day or middle of your day. I've got some adorable stuff here from Double Dip. This is going to be a whole Double Dip mani. Thank you so much to Double Dip for continuing to support my channel. It really means the world to me. And thank you guys for being here. I'm going to be using gel liquids today with these dip powders. I'm going to show you how to do a very simple, super easy tri-color ombre. I did this a couple of times last year, but I figured I've not done it in a while, so let's get into it. I'm going to show you how I do it. So I'm going to apply my gel base to the nail from cuticle to free edge. This is gel base. It usually cures for 30 seconds, right? I'm not going to put any powder on this, none whatsoever. I'm going to cure the gel base on my nail for 15 seconds, so half the cure time, and then we're going to press the pigment into that gel base, and then we're going to finish the cure. Now, this is going to be thinner than your typical application because you're just pressing the pigment into the gel base. So if you need strength to your nail, if you need an apex to your nail, I would suggest building that first and then going in with the pigmented colors, or you can do it with the same stuff we're doing right now. You can build up your nail with the gel base and the dip powder, but you will require a few extra dips if you need some strength to your nail. For the sake of the video, I'm only going to do, I think I'm going to do 3. Am I going to do 3? 2 or 3? My usual, and then we're going to encapsulate with gel. So we're not using activator at all, no dip liquids at all. I've had this question a lot in the recent past, so I figured I'd touch on it a little bit. Oh, by the way, this is what I meant by press. I'm picking up the pigment with this little fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm just tapping it onto that sticky layer on the gel base. And we're going to do a little ombre, so I'm going to start with the pink at my cuticle, and then we're going to go, this is a tri-colored ombre too. I'm going to do a little blending with that purple in the center, and then I'm going to put green on the free edge. Okay, so when you're dipping with gel liquids, the gel lamp is what's going to cure your gel base, right? When you're dipping with dip liquids, your activator cures the dip base. So if you're dipping with gel liquids, you do not need activator at all. If you're using dip, base, and activator, you do not need a lamp. The lamp and the activator kind of do the same thing, so if you're using one system, you don't need the other. Now, if you want to do a gel top coat over your dip liquids and your dip powder, you do not need the second round of activation, because normally when you're doing dip top coat, you have to activate the nail after you file and buff, and that's what gives your dip top coat that glossy and quick dry set, right? If you're using a gel top coat over dip nails, you file and buff like you normally would, and then you can skip that second round of activator. You do have to activate the layers, after you're done dipping, but when you go to put your top coat on, your gel top coat, you do not need an activator. I hope that clears that up for you guys a little bit. If you have questions, please leave them down below. Also, a little bit later, towards the end of the video, we're going to do a little nail art. I really wanted to do something that was kind of Easter inspired, but I'm no artist. I'm no Bob Ross. So I figured I can do bunny ears. That would be kind of cute. So it'd be like a little springtime Easter mani moment, and I think it came out absolutely adorable. You guys will have to wait and see. I'm gonna clean off this brush in between each color, by the way. This is a color switch. You can use a paper towel or different brushes, whatever is most convenient for you, but I love the color switch. It just does the job so well, and I don't need to have a ton of brushes on my table, especially if you're using more than 2 colors. That can get a little cumbersome, having all those brushes all over your nail desk, So I'm just going to clean my brush off in between each color, and I'm going to continue building up this nail in layers. With gel, it's super important, and even with dip liquids, also super important to keep your layers thin. That'll help prevent your nail from getting too bulky. Also, with gel specifically, keeping your layers thin helps you get a very even cure. If you glop this stuff on and you go to cure it, it may not cure completely. And if you're not curing your gel completely, that can lead to a few issues. It can lead to gel allergies, which nobody wants. It can also lead to your product just kind of peeling and crumbling off your nail at some point because it's not fully cured. So you want to make sure you're working in thin layers, curing all the way through, and you should be fine. Now, I also have peel off base coat on my natural nails. That's only because I do my nails very frequently and I like to pop my dip powder off after a couple of days so I can film a new video, you know? If you want a longer lasting mani, I would highly recommend you prep your nails well. You want to make sure there's no shine on your natural nail. You can take a buffer or a file, whatever suits you best for your specific nail type. Make sure there's no shine on your nail. Put down a dehydrator, put down a gel primer, and then you can start in with your gel manicure. So we're going to do one final coat of this ombre, and then we're going to encapsulate with gel base. After that, you can file the entire nail. Now, I gotta say, the double dip powders really play nicely with gel. They play nicely with dip liquids, of course, but I really love them with gel. And these colors specifically, I will have them linked down below in case you are interested and you want to pick them up. They just blend so nicely together. And if you noticed, I'm sure you guys noticed, a couple of them look like they probably could be chromable. And I was so close. Y'all, I was so close to grabbing one of them and going, do I want to see if this will chrome? And it wouldn't be chrome per se. It would probably look more like pearlized, which is gorgeous and so perfect for summertime. So if that's something you're interested in also, you definitely want to check out the pink and like the mint green. The purple, I didn't see much of a metallic to, but the pink and the green, I think are probably chromable. So there's that. Do with the information what you will. So I'm going to finish up. I'm going to encapsulate with gel. I'll talk you through that. So when I encapsulate with gel, and I'm not using any clear dip powder, by the way. Clear dip powder and gel liquids do not get along. You do still want to encapsulate, of course, because you want to protect your work that you just did. You want to protect that ombre. So I'm going to encapsulate with gel base. I like to use gel base because I don't want to risk gel top coat peeling off the nail, which is super common. So I'm going to do gel base, a full coat of it, then I'm going to cure, and then I'm going to file over that. If you feel like you need to do more filing, if you have some lumpy imperfections on the nail and you say, you know what, this is going to need a little cleanup, you can always do 2 coats of gel base, curing in between, of course. You can do a coat of gel base and then a coat of gel top if you want. But I'm going to say exercise caution with gel top coat. That's something that you really want to make sure is not going to peel up off your nail. So you want to make sure you have a gel base underneath that if that's the route you want to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. I'm going to file and buff off camera. I'm going to finish all of my nails, and then we're going to get into a little bit of nail art. So it's time for the bitty little bunny nail art. I've got 2 colors of gel polish on my palette here. You do not need to use gel polish. You can use regular nail polish. You can use acrylic paint, whatever you're most comfy using. And I'm going to take a dotting tool. I'm going to start making the top of a bunny head, which is nothing more than like a little semicircle on the free edge of a nail. I'm going to get that to the shape that I want. And I'm going to cure. I do cure in stages as to not mess anything else up, because if I go to do the bunny ears and I mess them up and I have to wipe it off, now I got to start all over again. So you definitely I don't want to say should, but I would highly recommend you cure in stages. That way, if you need to fix something, it's not a total loss. So once I've got that cured, I'm going to start the ears, and I'm using a striping brush for this. And I'm going to make 2 little bitty bunny ears, 1 on each side. And that's literally it. I'm going to put some pink in the center of those ears here in a minute, just so it looks more like a bunny head. I don't know. As I mentioned earlier, I am no artist. But this, I thought, looks so super cute and perfect for spring, perfect for Easter. I love them so much. So I'm going to get the other ear done. I'm going to cure again, and I'm curing for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to put the pink in the center, give that a final cure, then we can top coat. So I got our little bunny friend over here. I named him Walter. I don't know why. And I decided it's a boy and his name is Walter. So we're gonna top coat all of the nails, cure for 60 seconds, and this mani is done. I am literally obsessed. I love the way this ombre came out. I love the little bunny head, the ears. I just can't. It's so stinking cute. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Let me know if it's something you feel like you could do yourself. This, for me, is the easiest way to get an ombre. Things that you should know about this ombre technique. It only really works with pigmented colors. As I mentioned earlier, clear really does not get along with gel, so any color that is very sheer, like a sheer French pink, may not work the same way. So you want to make sure you're using pigmented powders when you're using this particular gel ombre method. But I think it's the easiest method to do. You don't need to rush. You can take your time. You can go as slow as you need to go. There's no waiting on your base to dry. It's just super easy. If you're into gel and you like dipping with gel, I think you're gonna love this ombre technique. Let me know down below what you guys think. Let me know if you've tried it, if you wanna try it. Let me know what you think about Walter. Have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Love you, bye.